You know I like history. How about a little U.S. history? Here's all the U.S. presidents in order of how long they served. The length of a U.S. president's term can vary widely. Many have served for 2 full terms, while others' time in office was cut short by circumstance or tragedy, from the shortest term of just 1 month held by William Henry Harrison to Franklin D. Roosevelt's unprecedented 12 years in office. Each presidency reflects the challenges of its era. Here's how long every U.S. president spent in office, and it offers a unique view of the continuity and change in American leadership. Let's start with more than 2 terms. Only one U.S. president has ever served for more than 2 full terms. Franklin D. Roosevelt's unique tenure was driven by the extraordinary challenges of the time. Elected initially in 1932, Roosevelt led the country through the Great Depression, implementing the ambitious economic and social reforms known as the New Deal to address widespread poverty and unemployment. He ran for re-election in 1936 and won in a landslide victory as the public continued to support his efforts to address the economic crisis. In 1940, with World War II looming, he successfully ran for a 3rd term. He was re-elected yet again in 1944 with the country at war, though he died less than 3 months after being inaugurated for his 4th term. The 22nd Amendment was ratified in 1951, limiting future presidents to 2 terms, effectively preventing any future leader from serving as long as FDR did. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 12 years, 1 month, 2 full terms. The following presidents have served 2 full terms, each holding office for 8 years. Before the 22nd Amendment formally established term limits for the role, most presidents chose to follow the precedent set by George Washington, who stepped down voluntarily after 2 terms to uphold democratic principles. Between 1796 and 1940, only 4 2-term presidents attempted to pursue a 3rd term: Ulysses S. Grant, Grover Cleveland, Woodrow Wilson, and Theodore Roosevelt, but they were unsuccessful in gaining their party's support. Thomas Jefferson, 8 years. James Madison, 8 years. James Monroe, 8 years. Andrew Jackson, 8 years. Ulysses S. Grant, 8 years. Grover Cleveland, 8 years. Woodrow Wilson, 8 years. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 8 years. Ronald Reagan, 8 years. Bill Clinton, 8 years. George W. Bush, 8 years. Barack Obama, 8 years. George Washington, 8 years. How about more than 1 term? Some presidents served more than 4 years but did not complete 2 full terms due to a variety of circumstances. Abraham Lincoln and William McKinley were assassinated during their 2nd terms, while Harry S. Truman, Theodore Roosevelt, Calvin Coolidge, and Lyndon B. Johnson initially assumed the presidency mid-term after the deaths of their predecessors and were later elected to another term. Richard Nixon, on the other hand, resigned during his 2nd term amid the Watergate scandal, making him the only president to voluntarily step down from office. Harry S. Truman, 7 years, 9 months. Theodore Roosevelt, 7 years, 5 months. Calvin Coolidge, 5 years, 7 months. Richard Nixon, 5 years, 6 months. Lyndon B. Johnson, 5 years, 2 months. William McKinley, 4 years, 6 months. Abraham Lincoln, 4 years, 1 month. 1 full term. These presidents completed a single 4-year term in office, but did not serve a 2nd term, whether by choice or defeat. Their time in office was often marked by the political challenges of those 4 years, or they faced strong opposition to their re-election bids. Some presidents, such as John Quincy Adams, who served 9 terms in Congress after his presidency, and Jimmy Carter, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his dedication to humanitarian work, are remembered for their post-presidential contributions as much as their time in the Oval Office. For each of these 1-term presidents, the brevity of their tenure left a distinct mark, highlighting the unpredictable nature of American politics. John Quincy Adams, 4 years. Martin Van Buren, 4 years. James K. Polk, 4 years. Franklin Pierce, 4 years. James Buchanan, 4 years. Rutherford B. Hayes, 4 years. Benjamin Harrison, 4 years. William Howard Taft, 4 years. Herbert Hoover, 4 years. Jimmy Carter, 4 years. George H.W. Bush, 4 years. John Adams, 4 years. Joe Biden, 4 years. These are all 1,461 days. Donald Trump had 4 years, but he's now serving a second non-consecutive term as I record this. And finally, we come down to less than one term. These presidents served less than a full term due to a range of circumstances, including assassination, fatal illness, resignation, or unsuccessful efforts to secure their own term after assuming office following the death or resignation of their predecessor. Despite their brief service, they all made notable contributions during their time in office, and those who stepped in for a predecessor helped maintain the stability and continuity of the nation's leadership during times of sudden transition. John Tyler, 3 years, 11 months. Andrew Johnson, 3 years, 10 months. Chester A. Arthur, 3 years, 5 months. John F. Kennedy, 2 years, 10 months. Millard Fillmore, 2 years, 7 months. Gerald Ford, 2 years, 5 months. Warren G. Harding, 2 years, 4 months. Zachary Taylor, 1 year, 4 months. James A. Garfield, 6 months, 15 days. And William Henry Harrison, 1 month. Now you know all the U.S. presidents in order of how long they've served. Impress your friends at parties. Stick around for more. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.